In 5 days, 6 days now, we haven't been operating in a system, and we're at record death levels in Indiana.
Right now at 6 o'clock, IT Mate has discovered a problem in the state's new online vital record system. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brooke Martin.
And I'm Phil Sanchez. Thank you for watching us here at 6 o'clock. The system launched over the New Year's weekend, and to the dismay of many, it didn't work. IT Mate's Richard Essex reports the problems are making it hard for families to get death certificates.
In order to get a death certificate in the state of Indiana, a doctor's signature is required. It has been 6 days since the state's new online system that issues death certificates has worked properly. Funeral directors and doctors have been warned months ago that they needed to register for this new system. IT Mate is told the failure in the new system, very few doctors registered.
Jeff Veldoff is waiting to file at least 3 death certificates for people that recently passed and are in his care. Indiana law requires a 48-hour waiting period and a signed death certificate before a person can be cremated.
And the real problem is right now we're in the middle of a pandemic, and it's definitely real. Most funeral homes right now, we're at capacity, most of us. You know, we're having, there's been a large uptick in deaths. The crematories are backed up a little bit.
For more than a decade, the Indiana State Department of Health has issued electronic death certificates. The Indiana Funeral Directors Association told IT Mate that the old system was starting to fail and required constant maintenance. The new system for issuing death certificates is completely web-based, but still requires the full participation of a doctor and funeral director.
The program was initially supposed to go live a year and a half ago, and the state realized that they just weren't ready for that. And so they scrapped what they were doing and went to this new, more web-based, user-friendly across a lot of different platforms.
Both parties have to take the time to register with the state in order for the system to work. The problem, many doctors have not taken the time to do so, and this puts a strain on families. Without a death certificate, families cannot settle estates, collect insurance money, and in many cases, even hold a funeral. The pandemic has created a tremendous workload for Indiana funeral directors, and they need a system up and running or risk a dangerous backlog.
The funeral directors, because we realize how valuable that death certificate is, it's valuable, and a lot of times it unlocks insurance money that we're paid by. To cremate here in the state of Indiana, we have to have a signed death certificate filed with the county health department before we can cremate. In 5 days, 6 days now, we haven't been operating in a system, and we're at record death levels in Indiana.
We have been told that there are funeral homes that have been so backed up that they've had to send the deceased to other locations. A county coroner can issue a death certificate as part of the public health emergency if the person died from complications of the coronavirus. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, WishTV, WishTV.com, and follow us on Facebook.